All right, so the first one we got is the wall stretch. So I know it's a stretch, but I like to think of it more as an activation, right? Because I'm activating one side of my body to then stretch the other, right? So the key thing in this, right, is that we're gonna have a long side and a short side. Once again, I'm using my short side to stretch my long side. I'm gonna get started with my hand up high on the wall, gluing my entire rib cage all the way down to my hip to this wall. I'm gonna take my inside leg, step back and try and get behind this front foot, right? So it's kind of like a curtsy lunge, right? Where I'm stepping back and behind, just on the wall here, right? So staying up nice and tall, bringing my hand to my ear, bringing my elbow down to meet my hip as I bring this hip up to meet my elbow, right? So they're compressing together. So as you can see, I have a long side, right? My wall side, and a short side, my coiled side, right? So my landmarks being my elbow or my funny bone and the bony part of my front of my hip, my ASIS. Like I said, the more I shorten down on my short side, the longer I can lengthen my long side, right? So we're here, hand up high, everything's glued to the wall, bringing my elbow to my hip and my hip up to meet my elbow, right? I can make a fist here to create a little bit more tension. Right, one other thing is thinking about keeping my head nice and tall, right? I want to actually curve back towards the wall. I don't want to get into a habit of bringing my head off the wall. So staying up nice and tall, you'll feel a nice stretch on the outside of the neck, right? The whole outside of your body. Boom. Stepping back and behind, connecting my elbow to my hip, right? And I can squeeze this glute because it'll help open up the front of this leg a little bit. Right, I like to hold that for about 30 seconds to a minute, right? Or if it's a pre-workout, right? I can come into here and kind of do a little bit of reps, right? Or keep my elbow in here and crank this way. All right, so that is the wall stretch.